Hi everyone, my name is Maria Glusman. I'm your classmate for this term. I am also a first year student both in a MAL program as well as in this advanced certificate in instructional technology. I am not incredibly tech savvy, so setting this whole thing up was kind of tough for me. So I'm glad that I made it, and I hope you're actually able to view this recording. I guess we'll see from the comments. Anyway, I am in my office right now. This is where I see students. This is where I do most of my work. I am an instructor in philosophy, an undergraduate instructor in philosophy lecturer at Brooklyn College. Brooklyn College is one of 13 four-year campuses, part of a very large network of urban public institutions in New York City, City University of New York. I'm sure most of you are familiar with the City University of New York. So in Brooklyn, we have three or four such campuses, but only one of these campuses, Brooklyn College, can confer not only four-year degrees, but also master's degrees in certain programs. Brooklyn College is actually also my alma mater, and I've been teaching here for just about, I want to say 17 years. Yeah, just about 17 years now. So I just want to show you. We search for philosophy on the Brooklyn College website, and voila, this is the website of the philosophy department at Brooklyn College. And see, I click on all faculty, and we have a full listing of faculty members. And here's me, Maria Glusman. So there I am. CUNY and Brooklyn College especially is kind of behind the times. I would say it's actually very behind in time. So my own department, for example, does not have a single online course. It just doesn't offer any. And Brooklyn College offers some online courses and some blended courses, but very few, definitely not enough to meet the ever increasing demand. The more working adult students are returning to school to either get another degree or to continue their education, the more the demand for these kinds of non-traditional ways for them to achieve the credentials that they're seeking. So one of the reasons that I'm not only registered in the MAL program, but I'm also interested in receiving this advanced certificate is because I don't only want to be able to be as versatile as versatile as I can be so that I could teach online courses once they're created. I want to be at kind of forefront of the movement to create online courses, to create curriculum for them, to build them from scratch, and to make sure that we're able to serve our students to the best of our ability. So I do teach some hybrid courses, and thanks to the assessing learning course that I took last semester, I was actually able to create a kind of blended summative formative assignment using Blackboard. Blackboard is the system that we use here at Brooklyn College. So I was able to create this logic self-assessment. It uses a pool or a bank of questions or a block of questions that are presented randomly. Now, it's a self-assessment assignment, so it means that it's formative in nature and the grade doesn't really count. However, the way that I set this up, and this is something that I learned in the assessment course, was to make sure that the students actually take it, to make it a requirement in order to go on to the actual summative assessment, the one that will be graded, the one that will count towards the student's grade. And there certain benefits that right now I don't really have the time to go into to doing it this way. So not only am I allowing my students to practice before they take their exam, but I'm also making sure that they spend a little bit more time with the material, because once we finish with this particular topic, we will not really be returning to it. So I created this first quiz, which is a logic quiz, to use an adaptive release rule. And the way that the adaptive release rule here works is that the students must have done their self-assessment test first, and they must have received a score of at least 60. So even though the score for the self-assessment does not count towards the overall grade, it counts in a sense that, you know, this is the only way that you could take the actual quiz whose grade will count. So that's all I have for you guys so far. I hope I didn't bore you to death, and see you in class.